The Good Life Fitness Victoria Marathon was close to perfect. From conditions to course to competition, the 36th running of the race provided everything organizers could have hoped for, including a local champion. Broke away from the pack with about 3K to go, but in the final stretch she was reeled in and passed by Nanaimo's Erin Burrett, the 33-year-old. This is her first marathon. She breaks the tape in 2 hours and 39 minutes. That is a huge accomplishment for the former John Barsby track standout. To run your first...
I started running at age 8, initially within the school and then as part of the Nanaimo Track and Field Club. I was that all-star kid winning races and setting records up until grade 9 when puberty hit. It was at this point that I took a bit of a nosedive and started to struggle. I stuck with it until age 18 when I took a bit of a break away from serious competition. Thankfully, I eventually regained my motivation and got back into the sport that I know and love. My goals right now would be the marathon. I'm hoping this April to race the Rotterdam Marathon and close the gap towards the Olympic standard. So between my debut, which was 2:39.17, and Canada's Olympic standard for Rio is 2:29.50.
She helps me. She gives advice to me not even knowing because of her level of dedication and sort of why I like her.
I would say that running is truly my passion. It's been such a huge part of my life that at this point in time, I honestly cannot see my life without it. There's no greater feeling than the ability to head out the door and put one foot in front of the other, not to mention the excitement that comes along with nailing a workout or setting a personal best in a race.
Very fast, really, really fast, and very inspiring. I saw her do her debut marathon finish in Victoria just last month, and it almost brought tears to my eyes to watch her because she was just striding out so beautifully and such a fantastic example to other runners, and it was just beautiful to see. So she's a great runner.
Her determination, her dedication, and her focus to her craft is amazing. I love the fact that her perfect holiday takes her to Flagstaff, Arizona, so that she can run for 3 weeks at altitude. Eat, run, sleep, watch Netflix.
When I think of women in athletics that I look up to, I would say that 2 women come to mind. The first would be Melindy Elmore, who was a year older than me and competed for the Kelowna Track Club. She went on to compete for Stanford before eventually representing Canada for the 1500 in the 2004 Olympics in Athens. I would say that the other would be Shalane Flanagan, who at the same age as me is a professional marathoner from the States who has competed in many international competitions. She's run 2:21.14 in the marathon, and I truly admire her gutsy race style.
Having Erin in the club as a coach is really inspirational because she's a really talented runner. So she's really good at motivating us to run as best as we can to try and be like her.
Her program focusing solely on strength, and as she was doing her conditioning on her own. And we were just trying to build strength up in the best possible manner, trying to keep the weight the same, her body weight the same, and try to make her more explosive. So better running economy, better stride length, trying to do the best you can. She progressed greatly while we were doing strength and conditioning. It was awesome to see, very hard-working lady. And having a hard-working athlete come in, it makes my job so much easier. You tell them to do something, they're going to do it.
I had an opportunity to work with Erin and seeing her sort of development as an athlete, and it's been exciting in my world from this side of things. I like seeing athletes through their process, and Erin's commitment and dedication to what she's doing is really exciting, and some of her recent results are pretty amazing. Part of my world in this room to help her out is not necessarily need to be broken, but you can continue to train through your body feeling good while you're doing it. And I think her commitment and how much effort and time she puts into her overall training and conditioning and everything to be able to run at the level she's running at, that this can go really well in the sense of maintaining her function, improving her biomechanics, creating quality throughout her training in all different dynamics. My world in this room is all based on sort of functional therapy and functional treatment. So someone like Erin that's functionally moving every day and at a high level of competition, it's nice to be able to be a little part of her training and allowing her to move forward, hopefully get to even higher levels. I always will say too, dedication-wise, it's exciting for me to work with athletes who are at a high level. It's a different level of commitment mentally and physically, and so for her, seeing where she's gone with her dedication, it's just as exciting, I think, for me as it is for her. So hopefully moving forward into the new year and that, I know there's some big races coming, and hopefully we can help her stay injury-free and faster and better, and we're here to support her in any way we can.
When I'm not running, I work part-time as a healthcare aide at a local seniors assisted living facility. I've been there for just over 7 years now, and I would say that the job is very rewarding. It's an honor to get to know my many residents, like how they grew up, how they live their lives, and about their families. Basically, I would say I have many extended grandparents, and unfortunately, while I do eventually lose them, I still wouldn't change a thing. I'm hoping to find financial sponsors to help fund my dreams. Any funding provided would go towards covering costs associated with racing in Rotterdam this coming April, such as flights and accommodation. Funding would also go towards another altitude training trip to Flagstaff, Arizona. This is where I typically spend 3 to 4 weeks training leading up to one of my goal races.